Good morning. It is the 4th of January and I thought I would vlog today because it's the first day back to work after the Christmas holidays. So my husband works in a school, he's a TA, and so he's gone back to work today. It's my first day back working. It's Stan's first day back getting to have his mama. You can't really see where he is. There he is. So she comes over 2 days a week and it's my first proper day back working. I work from home in my studio with the desk, which is also our living room. And I thought I'd just vlog first day back. So it is 8:30. Dan went to work about an hour ago. And I've got 3 drinks ready and on the go to hydrate me. You can hear that I'm all bunged up. I'm also doing a video. I do weekly videos about pregnancy updates and then compile them. They usually come out like fortnightly or monthly. But I am now almost 5 months pregnant and I've had a cold. So I'm also going to film today a bit about coping with a cold when you're pregnant because it sucks. But I have got my 3 drinks. So I've got my big thing of water. I've made a breakfast smoothie. I've got a chamomile tea with honey, and in my breakfast smoothie is a banana, frozen strawberries, frozen spinach, bejeweled dates, almond milk, oats. Oh, in the black bin, please, darling. Thanks. Linseeds, chia seeds. I think that's everything. So hopefully this is going to do me good. That can be my breakfast. I'll keep very hydrated and I'll keep you updated. My mum's going to get here in like half an hour, so I'll probably have a shower and get dressed and ready for the day when she gets here. Okay, so mum's here and is playing with Stan. I thought it would be good to give a bit of context because some of you watching will know me and what I do and how I work, and some of you will know me but not really realise what life looks like for me, and it might be useful for you to know because I'm very passionate so I'm a surface pattern designer. I design products and I sell them mostly wholesale, but you can buy them through my website just as a normal customer. And I support other designers in growing their businesses by coaching. And I'm really, really passionate and truly believe that there is a way for everybody to work in a way that works for their life and their passions and the way that they want to work and what feels good, and that it doesn't have to be a certain way. So Mummy, my choice, yes, boo-boo?
I can't find the last one. It's blue, light blue and almonds and has...
Did you leave it maybe at Minnie and Xander's house?
No.
Maybe we need to call them and ask if they've got it, because I didn't pack it. We'll find out if Daddy packed it. But if it's there, then it will be safe there.
It was there.
Yeah?
It is there, but I can't find it.
Yeah, I think we might have left it behind.
Why?
I don't know for sure.
I have to get it back.
Okay, well, they're all at school today. So I'll call Katie later when she's finished work and we'll organise getting it back, okay?
Why? I want it.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's disappointing. I think we might have left it behind. Can you close my door for me, boo-boo?
Okay, yeah.
Thanks, that's really helpful. Bye. So case in point. The way I work now, so I used to have a design store and I had a business and I would go to work every day. And when Sam was really little, my husband worked freelance and Sam would get brought to me back and forth for breastfeeding and spending time together. And I gradually reduced my hours and had a wonderful team of people, but it got to the point that it was like, actually, I want to be working from home. I want to be with him. So we have this slightly chaotic compared to other people probably life, where my mum comes over 2 days a week to help and they play and I get constantly interrupted, which is in some ways annoying and in other ways exactly how I want it. And now Mabel's scratching at the door wanting to come in. Having 2 children is very complicated and having a 3rd one on the way. Mabel's my cat, by the way, sorry, but she's my fur baby. And I'm sharing all of this with you because we tried nursery, it didn't really work. We were going to do part-time nursery. Stan didn't connect with it. He didn't feel quite ready yet. He's going to start school in September. But the reason I'm telling you all of this is because I achieve an enormous amount. And I know the things, and of course I'm constantly working on this, but I know the things that I love doing. I know the things that I can find space and time and creativity and passion for. and I do those things. And when I look back at what I've achieved last year, I'm really proud of myself. I'm going to open the door for Mabel. This is very case in point, isn't it? This is what my working day looks like. Darling, do you want to come in? So I'm sharing this with you because maybe you're just watching this because you're interested for another reason. But if you're a person who works for yourself, or even works from home, or is a creative, or is working out how you run your own business, I just want to say to you, like, what if the way that you want to do it is enough, and it's possible for you to do it that way, and you to do it better because you're doing it the way that works for you? What if there are enough clients or sales or whatever it is that you need to bring in that connect with the way that you do it, that makes you you, and you're not trying to fit into some mold of the way you think you should do it? What if what you have is enough, and you can do it in the way that makes you really happy, so you can be the best version of yourself? I've also got a podcast called How to Curate Your Life, Work-Life Balance for the Creative Entrepreneur. So you can sort of see where I'm going with this, but I just believe really passionately that however messy it needs to be, however rigid you want it to be, whatever makes you tick and works for you is going to bring out the best parts of you, which is then going to connect with the people who want to work with you. So rather than focusing on your limitations of, oh, I've only got 2 days a week of childcare, or oh, I'm only able to squeeze in working on my project in the evenings, or oh, I have to at the moment go to an office and I'd really rather work from home. Whatever those limitations are, where are the positives that make you you, and you able to do it the way you do it? That's the most important bit. So never feel like the bits that feel quirky or different from other people, or like I say, a bit messy or scrappy or whatever it is, if that's what makes you love it, if those are the things that you're most passionate about, that's the place to focus on. What if just being you and showing up and doing it your way is not only just enough, but provides you with the clients or the sales or the whatever? If you're connecting with that message and authentically being that, what if that's enough and you can build exactly what it is that you want? So anyway, I say that with my bunged up nose, with my messy living room, which is also my studio. So it's not normally quite as messy as this, but it's just been Christmas, one. But also I've got out all of the Stan's baby clothes from our basement, and I'm washing everything. So check this out. It's a bit mental. There's clothes everywhere. Christmas tree is still up because the Christmas tree takeaway service, that sounds really weird, they come and take the old trees on Saturday or Monday, so we're going to keep it up and then just take it down when they come and take it away, because we're having Dan's mum over at the weekend. But I'm going to do a little bit of reorganising in here just so I can make it feel slightly more my space. Stan is really excited to have Mama over, which is what my mum gets called. She's called Margaret, so she's Mama instead of Grandma. But also I'm sure there'll be lots of interruptions as usual, but also he might just find it weird because I've just had 2 weeks of not working and being available all the time. So we'll see what that looks like. But I'm sort of psyched to get going. I've got my old diary has finally obviously come to an end. So this was my diary from last year. And I actually bought from Berry Loon, who's an amazing one of my stockists who carries my wrapping paper and cards and notebooks and pouches and stuff. This Rifle Paper Co. one, which is 2022, but it actually started in August. So I've been doing since then a bit of mapping out in this big one, but mostly sticking to this one. But now it's time to properly connect with and commit to my big diary. So I'm going to get some planning and organisational stuff done. I've got some filming to do. I've also got, I'm making a contribution to my Instagram friend Ruth's book. She's doing a brilliant book. I'll link the details below if they exist yet, or if not, I'll talk to you about it another time. It's not being published for a bit, so that's more likely that I'll tell you about it when it's coming out. But she's writing this brilliant book about people working from home, having had this whole experience that we've had over the last few years, creative people working from home. And so I've got some writing to do for that. I've got to get back to some people about interviews that they want to do. I've got some lives coming up on Instagram and other interviews that I'm doing. So going to like connect with people like that, reconnect with my coaching clients, and then I'm going to get on with some wholesale stuff. I've got a new wholesale customer who got in touch yesterday that I'm going to get all of the information over to. So it's a nice day. It's a mixture of like all of my days really, like I do try when I get to work to really focus on being able to get my stuff done. But because I work from home, where I enjoy it, I weave in and out, pootling about and making some lunch and doing another wash of the baby clothes or whatever it is. So yeah, this is my life. This is how I work. And I thought it'd be nice to share it with you. So I need to drink more water. I'm a bit behind on my water because I've been having lots of chamomile tea. So I'll do that and get going. It's so nice to be working. I've got loads done already. Feeling super productive. It's like 11:45. So I'll probably stop in about 3/4 of an hour to have some lunch. I'll make some lunch. We've got some leftover Turkish food and I'll throw together a salad and stuff to share with Mum. But Stan's just having his lunch. I've got loads done. It feels really great. But also I just wanted to talk to you slightly more about Ruth Matthews' book. So it's called Own Your Zone, Maximising Space and Style to Live and Work in the Modern Home. And I just wanted to read you a couple of her questions. I'm really enjoying writing. I haven't written in ages for anything, it makes me realise. So she asks, when working from home as a surface pattern designer, coach and podcast host, what routines, if any, do you implement for getting into the zone of work in the mornings? And you have a beautifully created home full of interesting and original pieces. What are your tips for creating interest in a home where space is tight without it feeling overwhelming? Living in an apartment in a big city can make it difficult to connect with nature. What ways do you find to bring nature into your home? Yeah, it's lovely. There's lots of questions. Is any of decor in your home chosen to enhance your creativity? Do you have tips for creating a space that feels invigorating but not distracting? They're such great questions. I'm really loving writing the answers. So yeah, if you're interested in those answers, and I'm sure there'll be far more interesting things than what I have to say in Ruth's brilliant book, I will definitely tell you when it's out. She's really great. I'll link up her Instagram in the show notes, because I can do that so that you connect with Ruth and see what she's about, because she's fantastic. But I'm just going to sit and keep typing away for a little bit longer. We are walking home through the park. You can hear Stan in the background. I will explain probably when I get back. But he's decided that it wasn't possible for me to go to the post office by myself, or for him and my mum to go to the library to return the books. So we've had to do it in a dramatic, exhausting way altogether. Hello. It is 4:00 now, so I thought I'd come on and fill you in on what's been happening. I did stop for lunch around kind of 12:30, 12:45, maybe it was 1:00. Had a lovely Turkish lunch with Mum of like roasted vegetables and cherry tomatoes and salad, and my husband had made a lentily chickpea beetrooty thing salad that was really nice, that we had some left over of, and there was some Turkish bread from the takeaway and like hummus and aubergine dips. It was really yummy, one of those like eat the rainbow type lunches, which I love, to get loads of vegetables in. So that was delicious. And then I got some more work done. I actually focused on, I hadn't mentioned, I had quite a lot to do for my accountant because it's the new year. So that was really satisfying to get all of that ticked off the list. So that's been emailed over, that's all done. And then I needed to go to the post office to post out a load of orders. And this is the reality of my life, in that it now works really well, me working from home on these 2 days if Mum comes over. But Stan is happy to get on with stuff in another room, but he's not happy to just be in a different place from me entirely. So when I said I'm going to pop to the post office, he insisted that he had to come too. And even though there were like library books him and mum could take back just round the corner from the post office, we had to do the entire thing together, which took more time. And I was hoping to go to the post office and then do a few laps of the park to get a bit of a walk in. So my reality is that actually we had to all walk to the post office together. There was a long queue, so that was interesting with Stan, but he was desperate to stay with me rather than go to the library. So we did that, and all of the orders and posters out, and then we went to the library, and him and mum looked at some books, and I literally like did laps of the aisles to, at least while we were there, be moving my body slightly more. I've probably only done like 3 or 3.5k instead of 5. Ordinarily, my husband Dan would get home at 5 and I could just go out again to top it up, but he's not coming home till late this evening because he's going straight to see his mum from work. So it's a slightly different day than usual. I was more desperate to definitely find a way of getting some exercise in, even though it was menial. But I'm going to stop at 5, so I've got like an hour left to get some things done. And then it will be mum going home and me doing Stan's dinner and then eventually bedtime and stuff. So I might try and do some sort of like stretching or meditation or workouty thing this evening before I have dinner. But yeah, I have got the things that I need to do now. I got back to the new stockist. I've actually got an existing stockist who's just emailed me and said they'd like to place a new order, so I'll sort that out now. Posted out the orders like I said, did the filming that I needed to do. I'm going to read through the answers to Ruth tomorrow. I feel like with writing, it's really nice to do the writing and then look at it fresh with new eyes the following day. So I'm going to do that before I send it off to her. But mum comes 2 days in a row, so I'll work again tomorrow. I need to write a newsletter tomorrow for my potential and my actual and potential stockists. So as well as having a newsletter that's for normal people, so I write a newsletter that might talk about a new podcast episode or something to do with my products through my website, like a giveaway or a sale or new work or a YouTube video or a blog post or something that I just want to check in and talk about. That's my sort of normal this cold is so rubbish. That's my normal newsletter. But I also have a newsletter that goes to like potential stockists that say showing my new work in terms of them placing wholesale orders. So I need to write a new newsletter for that tomorrow because it's exactly the time of year that people need a restock. So I'll be doing that. What else is in my diary? I spent some time updating this big diary, so I'm really pleased about that. So I've posted out the pineapples. I'll probably edit this evening. Like I try not to work in the evening that much. Maybe I'll edit it tomorrow. But with YouTube, I really quite enjoy editing. And as Dan's out anyway, I might do that, or I might let that go into tomorrow. But then I can like upload and schedule that because it's coming out literally this weekend. But then tomorrow there's the wholesale newsletter, there's the email answers to Ruth. Oh, I've got some samples to send out to some new potential stockists as well. If you have any interest in, if you're a designer and you would like to sort of talk more about and like break into like wholesaling, it really, really suits me. Like I'm perfectly happy to sell my own work as well through my website. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I share my work a bit there, but it's more kind of like a holistic, like this is my life and I'm a designer. And so you see my design work. I'm less kind of salesy in terms of wanting to sell my product that way. And for me, what really suits, I have found for my business, I really like wholesaling my work to beautiful stockists and having that kind of collaboration and communication and relationship with that store who chooses work and they pay for it and I pack it up and I send it out to them and then they sell the work direct to customer. And then having time to be designing, spending time with my family, being at home, doing the things that I love, but also coaching other people is a really good balance for me. I love it. I wasn't as happy when it was fine when I had a bricks and mortar store because there's the bricks and mortar store and your work's there and it's more obvious, but I don't really love selling through Instagram my products. I love talking about my coaching and selling kind of courses and things like that, but for some reason I'm less interested in doing that. It comes less naturally to me. Whereas I love connecting with new stores and them placing orders. So I very much have found my way of going about this and the balance of my work that I really, really enjoy. And I would really recommend, if you already make products and sell them, why not look at wholesale as well? So do get in touch with me if you want to talk more about that, because I have a course called Get Ready to Wholesale, which specifically gets people who are already people who design and make products or have them produced, who sell them, to get into a place where they're actually finding their ideal stockists and having everything in place that they need to make it really easy for stockists to say, yes, I do want to carry your work. Because there's quite a lot of maths and numbers and logic in it, but then there's quite a lot of like ways of communicating and what people would expect to see, what shop owners would expect to see, what they would find attractive. And I, before being a designer, for 10 years, it overlapped, but for 10 years I had a bricks and mortar store called Smug where I sold lots of other people's work as well as my own. So I kind of know about it from both sides. So do hit me up if you want to talk about that at all. Or if you want to have a different kind of one-on-one coaching, because I've got some, it's the new year and I've got some slots. I probably need to go and blow my nose. I'll speak to you again before I wrap up for the day. Hello, last check-in of the day. Mum's gone home. Stan's watching a little bit of Paw Patrol and having some finger foody bits. I'm just cooking him some pasta and peas and pesto. And yeah, that's me done for the day. I finished all the work that I needed to. I started even editing this video and have made the thumb for it, so I probably will just finish it tonight and get it up, or get it scheduled to come live at the weekend. And I've got a lot of baby clothes to wash, so I feel like I'm going to spend most of my evening washing and folding baby clothes and organising, but it is really satisfying to get everything like that, like in age order and ready. I'm quite enjoying it, and it's really fun looking at the clothes that Stan wore when he was a baby and thinking about what this little baby might be like. So yeah, I've got some stuff ready for me to have for dinner too, and I'm just gonna like chill out. There is there's an app that I love that I talk about quite a lot in my pregnancy updates called Expectful. And there's a workout that they're doing, like a stretch and strengthen thing that's live at 6 o'clock, which I'll miss, but they let you watch it up to like 2 days later. So I'll probably do that after Stan's in bed and then have my dinner. So that's the plan. Thank you for coming along with me today and seeing what my working day looks like. I hope that it has been interesting or enlightening in some way, or made you feel less like you are chaotic or something. I don't know. I think it's nice to share the reality of what people's work really looks like when they're at home looking after kids at the same time. But yeah, do get in touch if you want to talk to me about coaching or wholesaling or any of that stuff. I'm over on Instagram. All of the links will be in the description box as usual. Wish me luck with this cold. Pray for me if you're a praying person. I'm really, really over it. And it gets worse in the evenings. I get more and more bunged up. So fingers crossed, we're nearly done. But as I say, thank you. Happy New Year. Nice to be back with a working day, and lovely to have you along for the ride. Take care. Speak soon.